What's up, everybody, and welcome to episode number 195 of the Unknown Games podcast. This one's going to be a quick one, everyone. We've got not too much news or anything to talk about, but there has been something that has happened that Ehe is going to get into it with us about that risk of rain. That's right. There's a whole episode just on one thing. I don't think we've ever done this. It might just be 30 minutes, but it's going to be a good 30-minute session. What up, Ehe? How's it going?
Was good. We're gonna get into some risk of rain controversy. Maybe not controversy. It's like people are disappointed, basically.
Yeah. So I just realized my camera's off in the wrong little spot. But if you are looking forward to Alex's great returns, you'll be glad to know that he's back in Japan and he's resting up, getting over some jet lag. So hopefully next week he'll be back on the show. So if you are looking forward to the full threesome. That doesn't sound right.
What?
The full set. There we go. The full 3-man set.
How long do people usually recover from jet lag? Because I never traveled that far. Like from here to Japan or from here to US. I've never done that before.
It really depends because I've had it. Typically for me, it's like 3-4 days, but sometimes it's gone for a week. And it hits in different ways. For me, I always wake up early. Like, I'll wake up at...
Can you just, stay awake for, 24 hours and then,
Yeah,
I mean,
eventually your
body will crash.
That's probably
the quickest way, right?
Well, So what you want to do is you want to try as much as possible to sleep on the plane when they turn the lights off, to simulate night or, so you can go to sleep. And then it kind of helps a little bit to get you adjusted to when you wake up and then you're you're there.
Choose a flight when the place that you're gonna arrive at nighttime. How about that?
That could actually work because I've only done that once or twice. Because that's the main thing. As long as when the sun goes down, your body's like, okay, I'm good to sleep now. But when the sun's up, you want to stay awake. And the main thing, like I said, if you do get there in the day, try to stay up as long as you can and try to go to sleep at whatever that normal time is, like 11 p.m., 10 p.m. or whatever, and it makes it a lot better. But if you can't get on a good sleep cycle, then essentially you'll wake up early, then you'll go to sleep early, and then it repeats until you finally, at one point, you just crash. Your body will just die.
Yeah.
And then you're good. You're good. So... he should be good in about a couple more days. I'd give it to him a couple more days. Should be pretty good then. So let's get into it, man. I'll go ahead and introduce what we're going to be talking about. Like I said, we already saying we're going to talk about Risk of Rain 2. But what is happening with Risk of Rain 2 right now and the DLC specifically? A lot of times when things happen, a DLC comes out and it's just bad. It's bad, whatever. But this is a unique little situation where the DLC, it's not just the DLC that was touched. It's the whole game.
The whole game. The whole code.
The whole
Especially
code.
PC. The PC one is the PC one is the most perfect version of the game before the update, and then after this update it just completely was a mess.
It's
everything
a mess.
Was just broken.
So let me get on into just a quick overview. The DLC we're talking about is Risk of Rain 2 Seekers of the Storm, which is the follow-up.
Secret of the Storm.
Oh, I thought you said Heroes of the Storm. I'm like, we're going to a whole different game. But yeah, Seekers of the Storm, and it's the follow-up to Survivors of the Void, which was the last game made by the original team. Did you say Hoopo
Games. Yeah, that was the last DLC they worked on. That was the last update they worked on for the game.
Yeah. And it came out.
Secret of the Storm was the first time Gearbox took spearheaded the update and stuff.
Right. So for anyone who doesn't know, Gearbox acquired the rights to the IP. This game was originally published by Gearbox.
To Risk of Rain 2 specifically. Hoopo still work on Risk of Rain Return.
Oh,
the
Returns,
remaster of 1, yeah.
So they just have the IP rights to Risk of Rain 2 specifically then. And that was back, I think, in 2022 from where I was reading. But the update, it's $14.99. I mean, it's a good DLC price. It adds new stages, survivors, and bosses, and it adds new things. However, and I'm just gonna say, I looked on the Steam reviews. As of now, it's mostly negative with 7,631 reviews overall.
You,
Almost
you don't
like
understand. This DLC was so bad it somehow affected the base game. The base game used to have overwhelmingly positive review,
yeah,
and it's now like recently it's mixed, and the all time is like mostly positive and not overwhelmingly positive. It's
yeah,
rare that Steam game with like 100k review have overwhelmingly positive. Only like a few game I think,
yeah.
and this game was one of it. And then it's sad to see like the game that I love, the game that I would spend like 100 hours more, uh, see fell off like this. It's really
That's
sad.
I mean that's essentially it, and I'm gonna let you get into it too because what I was reading is a lot of the so I'm gonna just lay it all out. Some of the things that are messed up with the game. Number one, you've got frame rate issues. You've got enemies that are glitching out. You've got things that just don't work. Like multiplayer sometimes doesn't work. The game
Yeah.
crashes. FPS issues all over the place. You've also have some the bosses. Some of them just like
The
Mithrix. Apparently,
Xbox version on the game just doesn't work. Like you
it
cannot even
just
launch the
doesn't.
game on Xbox for some reason.
Holy
It
crap!
is crazy.
A lot of the added items are like either they're very situational or they're just so bad that
It's
you don't
yeah.
need them.
It
They're just
feels like AI made the item. I
the
won't
AI
lie.
made the item.
Yeah.
And I was looking at the new survivors. So you have Chef, you've got Seeker,
Chef is
and
returning from Reservoir in one. Seeker is new one, and then there's a secret one that I won't
this
spoil.
I won't
But
spoil either because
the secret one felt like a modded character. I won't lie. The animation was so bad. The skill is so bad. Like
I
I don't understand how this like DLC managed to pass the QA session. Like I feel like nobody even tested this game before release, which is crazy.
what's kind of crazy is that like it seems like at least in terms of what it would have been good for this game is the last DLC here or the last DLC character. Some people were saying like he's actually pretty cool. Like there's some cool stuff with him, but overall, what I got the vibe was it was just like Gearbox took over. Gearbox did not understand
Yeah.
everything what made Risk of Rain special, and even if they did, they didn't understand like how to do it again. They couldn't replicate what the original team had did. And the original team, for everyone's wondering, they when they sold the rights to Risk of Rain 2, they were like, yeah, with the last DLC, we did everything we could. We put everything we could think of in that game. We love it.
Yeah.
It's done for us personally. And they and here, we're gonna make some money. And
Yeah.
that
Survivor of the Void was a really good DLC, and
yeah.
the massive difference in quality between Survivor of the Void and Secret of the Storm is insane. Like you can tell like which one is the better DLC, and it's very glaring that the first one is the best.
Yeah, yeah. So I mean, like, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you're playing it. You've been playing it. Just lay it out. I don't know where you want to start, but go with it.
Um, I'm gonna explain how this mess started in the first place.
Yeah.
So Gearbox, for some reason, like took a year trying to merge the console code and the PC code. But instead of like changing the console code into the PC code, they used the console code to the PC. So they merged like console code to PC, and it just break everything on the base version.
They merged the console code. This sounds like
Yeah.
some messed up stuff. Hey guys,
I don't
let's
I
just
don't understand coding, and I don't know. Yeah,
okay. So that's one thing. So that led to I would just say all
that
the
led
issues.
somehow like I don't know if the console base code ties the logic everything to FPS, but if you play on unlimited FPS, the physics doesn't work. Enemy will just spawn like in 5 second increment, and and they won't stop shooting at you if you play on unlimited. So the best version of this game, you either need to cap your FPS to 60 or play on hardcore, which is like 144 hertz. This is insane. Why would you tie up every logic in the game to FPS?
this would be a great question for our friend Yahya if he was on the
Mm,
show. Maybe he could enlighten us on the times. I'm sure there's situations where that's like a good thing, maybe very
maybe,
specific
but
things,
not but
but not the
not
whole
this
game.
game. Not
Like,
not, not
but
this
not this
game. Not
game.
this
No,
game.
not this
Yeah,
game.
because it somehow also fucked up the directory, or like the let's call it the director of the game, where like
With the
Helldivers
files.
have, yeah, Helldivers
Oh,
have
okay,
like
yeah.
their own like director where oh, this enemy gonna spawn here
Oh,
and this
that's
event gonna start. Yeah, the
yeah,
director
yeah.
of the game just it just messed up now.
So the enemies don't really know, because like the cool thing about the directory, for people who are wondering, it's essentially something like he was saying, Helldivers, but also probably the best example might be Left 4 Dead.
Yeah,
Like
Left
Left
4
4
Dead,
Dead,
Left 4
yeah.
Dead, yeah,
Like how when the situation is easy, like the game's like, all right, we're gonna start you on easy, right? And then as it ramps up, we're gonna throw a variety of enemies at you,
yeah,
and it won't be the same thing every time. It won't be the same combination. We're going to throw something that at you that hopefully just puts a wrench in your plans, like just specifically that challenges you and your team or whatever, and makes you kind of have to change your build. Maybe, it's the best type of random thing that's kind of happened. But so that's messed up.
yeah. So the director on this game, like they dictate the enemy placement, the enemy spawn, the chest placement, which is insane because the way this directory messed up, they put chests near to a cliff, so when people buy the chest on the cliff, the item just fell down, and yeah, you cannot you cannot get the item because it fell down.
It just falls down. It
Yeah.
just it just falls down, and you can't get. Okay, so that's pretty massive
Mm.
sadness.
Uh, yeah, that's because of the update alone. For the DLC, like I said, people were disappointed with the DLC because the content is not worth it.
Hmm.
The item in the game doesn't synergize that much, and there's the character, right?
Right.
There's only one that I specifically like, which is Seeker. This is
Hmm.
like the healer class, but you can play alone and still do some damage. Like
Okay.
Chef is not good at all.
Chef looked dumb.
Chef is not good.
I'm gonna be real with you. I'm gonna be real with you. I was just
Yeah.
doing some research on this, and I was looking at the new characters and videos, and I'm like, that dude looked dumb. I mean, your ability is you glaze
He was
people.
like
You glaze
a
people.
he was like a favorite in one. He was a favorite in one, and people like trying to get him to come back in the first DLC. But they just don't like Gearbox just doesn't understand his kid from one at all,
Mm-hmm.
and his M1 might be the worst M1 in the game. The primary attack is probably one of the worst in the game right now.
What do you do
And
for
then
just what do you do for it? I
he
don't
just
know.
like throw knife 3 times, but that's like you can retract the knife, but the cooldown is too long to make it work. So whenever I play as Chaff, I just don't use the M1 at all. I just use his other skill, like the glaze one, glazing people. My
Glaze
favorite,
you
my favorite
glazing them.
pastime.
You
Yeah,
glazing them folk, man.
yeah. I just unlocked the secret one like a few days ago, and I just don't. That dude is not fun at all. Like the animation is not good. Like I said, he felt like a modded character
They said
into the
that he
game.
kind of plays a little bit like Captain, like maybe he's like a modded Captain a little bit or something like that.
Uh,
But
I
like
know
one of his
he's like a
skills is
melee.
completely
He's like a
useless.
melee.
Like one of his skills
Yeah,
is completely useless though. They said
he's
like
like
don't even press it. Don't
his
press the R.
our skill are
Yeah,
like
don't press the
no
R. That's all I heard in the video. Don't press it.
our work, but it make every other skill like useless. Like why would you use any other skill when R is like it's like an unlimited laser, but if you hold it down and then press it again, it just shoot laser constantly.
Uh,
Yeah.
uh. I mean, like
Yeah,
so.
the lasers will have like cooldown for like 7 seconds, but if you press it down and press it again, it's just unlimited laser. You
I
can just keep pressing it down and
I
kill
guess
everybody.
I guess to kind of like walk this back, let's just take a little bit of look at what do you like? Like, what did you like about the original Risk of Rain 2? Like, what made you put 100+ hours into it?
I
I
don't
think that's what
know,
people
like
really want to know too.
I just like constantly looping with overpowered character. Whenever I get lucky and I get overpowered, I could just spend like 3 hours probably. I once spent like a whole night as a OP character, and I don't want to quit the game, so I pause the game, wake up, and still play the
And
same
still play the
character.
same
Yeah,
character.
still play the same loop,
Oh my goodness.
basically.
So I mean, because the game it's a rogue. Is it a roguelike? Is that what we call it?
Roguelike, yeah,
Yeah,
roguelike,
yeah.
yeah,
Man, I get so
action roguelike,
it's an action roguelike. But it's
yeah,
cool because I think you played it and then that got me to play it. And I know we played it on stream, you, me, and Soul, and we beat the base game at least.
yeah,
But
Matrix.
uh, it was stupid fun. Like I didn't think it was a game that I could have fun with and something that I wasn't using controller or anything like that. I was just using PC,
Yeah,
and it was a little hard for me at first because the game is really frantic. Like there's a lot of zipping and dipping, and there's random items and trying to make builds. And what I struggle with this in a lot of games where it's like, oh, how do I make the most effective build? Because I don't feel like I'm very particularly smart at doing that kind of thing. But because all the normally, right, if you just play this base wise, every item is randomized. And
every item is randomized. Yeah,
yeah, and then they kind of made sure that no matter which item you get, you always I always understood what I picked up. B,
yeah.
I always got something that made me feel good when I was fighting, like something that like gave me that like, ooh, did you see that moment?
They do have like variation of chests that make the randomized item more tolerable, because that's like an attack chest and healing chest and then utility chest.
Yeah, and I know I
So
know
you
what
still can get the item that you want.
I know for one. Well, when I played it with another friend, he wasn't as much of a fan of the random part of it. So there's mods. There's a ton of mods for this game, and you can just make it to where, hey, you want to choose certain items and actually go
Oh
for a
no,
build.
that was a artifact. You can get that in the game
Oh, is that
itself.
the artifact? Wait,
Yeah,
wait, what?
artifact. Now,
Wait, what
yeah,
do I have a mod for?
you were playing with artifact that lets you choose item. So every
Okay,
time you open a chest, it's gonna just an item that you
I
can
was
click on, and then you
yeah,
can just choose any item that you want
I was definitely playing
based on their
with a
rarity.
mod too, which is crazy. I don't know. I can't remember what the mod I was playing with was doing, but do the mods still work for the DLC? Do a lot of mods work, or are they broken?
Right now, I think like some mods are broken, but that's like a given because it is an update.
Mm-hmm.
Um, some modders are already giving up on the game because the code is so different. They just won't update their mods.
They won't update the mods.
Some people are making like a down patching mod that
Yeah,
I did try, and but I kind of like Seeker and like some of the new maps, so I'm just gonna take it and still play the DLC.
I feel like
But
it
if
just
you want
yeah.
to downscale your down patch your game,
Yeah,
you can just do that. It's so easy to.
it's like a hard proposition, like you said, because it does change the base game. It changes, like you can still you can still interact with the base game. In fact, you have to go through the base game, and then during certain routes or whatever, I guess you can take green portals to interact
Yeah.
with the new content, essentially.
On the first stage, there's like a green pillar that you can choose take, and it just take all of your gold, and you need to beat like this enemy and go to a portal, and then it took you to like a different route of the main game.
Hmm.
So it's not the same.
Which would be fine if it didn't break the base game. I think that's what's messing everything up. It's.
Yeah,
I
like
mean,
I
obviously.
said, the update just completely destroyed the game. Like the console merge is just not it. I feel like the best thing they could do is to revert the code
Mhm.
and just let
Re-
console die out. Like why should we care about the console version of the game?
so then you have a crazy question, right? So imagine they do this. I mean, you have this and you have giving everybody refunds, but
Mm.
if they
Oh,
were to if
they
they
also like give everybody option to refund the game,
okay,
because not the game, the
the
DLC,
DLC,
because
okay.
they somehow just what's it called, localize the currency for like some of the region, and I was included in it.
In a crazy question, there's two questions I want to ask. One,
Yep.
uh if they were to revert the game to just the PC code and say it fixed everything, would you still recommend even buying and playing it? Would this be?
If they fix the base game, yeah, I would recommend the base game, but don't pay for the DLC. I said the content for the new DLC is not good. It's like mediocre at best.
Yeah,
Even if they fix the DLC, it would be like 6 out of 10 for me.
that answers that question. That answers that question. It's like, no matter what y'all do, the junk was bad from the jump. It was bad, son. It was some bad. It was bad content.
Uh, I have like the original team. They also give their opinion on this whole situation.
Hmm.
Here the Hoopo. Hold on, let me see.
Yeah.
They
I
said this is definitely a bittersweet situation. It's a great to see new content for the game, but
mhm.
it's hard to see growing pains of the new team in real time. It sucks for the fans who lost functionality for the game they love. It also sucks for the developer at Gearbox, who are probably under a ton of stress and can't really celebrate the win of launching of the new DLC.
There is something to
Yeah.
be said about so just for everyone to remind, like Gearbox was on their own, I believe, and then they were under
Take Two
Embracer
Interactive, right?
Group. I think they were under
Oh,
Embracer Group,
is it?
and
I
then
thought
they
it was a
were
Take Two.
oh, was it Take Two and then Embracer
I'm
Group?
not sure. Yeah, I'm not
Or
sure
Embrace
actually.
I think it's Embracer Group to Take Two. I think that's where they're now they're with Take Two. And then their publishing arm got split, and then Gearbox is its own kind of thing in Take Two or something like that. So there's like something, maybe something like that also affected them during the middle of this DLC. Who knows? But like you said, I think a lot of people, including yourself, a lot of fans of the game, this is one of those games where, like you said, you can just play 100, 200 hours, and this is the only game you play. This is my chill game. I come here, I just chill out. Sometimes I play with some friends, sometimes I play alone. But this was like that my jam, and to wait 2-3 years for this DLC and this be it does stink. Like
It's
yeah.
thing. It just like took you out of anything. It's just
It's
a massive hit for me. I think like the worst part is like the modding community is like the lifeblood of this game, right?
mm-hmm.
When modders are like giving up on this game, this game is just gonna die out
we're just
if
we're
they
just
didn't refer the code, which is like very sad to see.
it's bad. It's sad, and I mean, I think that the worst part of it is the fact that like we kind of talked about is even if they fixed the DLC, if they made all these issues good, the base content is still bad. And here's another question. I mean, of course, fans would want another one, right? And it's
Yeah.
not a secret that this was being devved, by Gearbox. That wasn't a secret or anything. But do you feel like this was necessary? Were you good with just the last DLC that was made? Do you think they could have
Um,
just stopped there, and that would have been okay?
I wish they just don't like touch the code, the base code. Like why? It still baffles me. I'm sorry, but touching the base code is very stupid for me to me. But if this was a bad DLC and if this is just a disappointing DLC, then I'm good with like anything they have in store for the rest of this game life cycle.
Right.
But the fact that this DLC and this new update just destroyed the game completely, I just know it just gave me a headache thinking about this game. Hoopo, the guy I was talking about,
Yeah.
he still believe that Gearbox is heading in the right direction, which to me I disagree. But let's just see. If they somehow can still revive Risk of Rain 2, then I will give my flower to Gearbox. I won't lie.
Maybe
Yeah.
that's. I mean, that has to mean something, at least that
My
that they're.
my biggest fear is that whoever owned Gearbox
Yeah.
saw that how horrible the reception for this game is and
Hmm.
the reception for this DLC. What I fear is that they just completely stop developing, like I don't know, like developing DLC for this game. They just completely kill the game right now because
That
of
makes
this whole DLC thing
that makes sense.
situation.
That makes sense. I mean, they had a
Yeah.
lot of people buy it, and it depends on how many people refunded it. But even then, it still goes to like, I don't think the original fans. want us to make a DLC. So like, why are we even going to do it? Like, who are we proving this to? Why are we going to like waste resources and time and money on
Fans
this?
want DLC, but they want like
But
a good DLC.
so if that's the case, I know you just said that you're okay. Don't let him do it again. But would you let him do it again? Would you let him like give him a second chance?
Yeah, as long as they fix the base game, I'll give them a chance. But as of now, it's not even fixed yet, so I'm not sure. I don't know. I don't know.
That's a good point. Like if they can fix fix this, because that's the first thing they have to do anyways. They have to fix this part and just let it be a mediocre to subpar DLC. Like that, just let it be what it is, and then they can move on to doing the next thing. Yeah.
I forgot. Hupo Games tweeted this out today. They are disbanding the team. Hupo Games, the original one, not Gearbox one. And apparently, like the whole staff are gonna work and developing game for Valve now. They have been acquired, but not acquired, but the whole team joined Valve basically. They're disbanding the Hupo Games, their whole team, but all of them joins Valve. Yeah.
Wow.
They said we are stopping production on our unannounced game, Snail. It's been an exciting, transformative 12 year. We feel lucky for the opportunities we had and deeply appreciate both of our team and fans that have supported us and our games. I guess they're just gonna work for Valve now. Develop game for Valve.
Wow. I'm trying to find the announcement. Like I'm on their
it's
I'm on the Risk of Rain Twitter.
Hupo Games.
I'm on the wrong
Hupo
Twitter.
Games.
I love how I go to Hupo Games Twitter and their Twitter link takes you to the Risk of Rain Twitter. I'm like, yo, bro, let me get on that real deal. Let me get on that real deal stuff. There we go. Thank you. Wow. They
announced it today.
Like, yeah, I'm just trying to take that in. That's huge. I mean, we've talked about Valve not just once, but now twice with what they've been cooking up with Deadlock, and I don't know. What do you now? It's like, Valve, what more are you cooking up? Unless they're gonna be working on Deadlock. I
don't think they're gonna make like another Risk of Rain.
No.
If they do, I'm excited. But I feel like they're just gonna work at Deadlock probably, right? Deadlock or like work on like CS. I know CS is like a mess right now. Yeah, but I don't know. Hopefully they can get a huge like game that they can come up with. But yeah, I'm happy for the team, honestly.
I think that's the at least a good thing that people are, at least the community is happy for. A lot of people are like, yeah, I'm happy for the original team. Like, good, they did what they had to do. Some people are upset with them for letting it go and being like, hey, you guys are the reason this mess was caused.
I'm one of them too. I can accept that they really, but if they get if they still hold the game and then they get acquired by Valve, they're just gonna give it away anyway. So I don't know. I don't know what to feel.
Also, I gotta say, Elon, hey, look, man, if I'm not logged into Twitter, how come I can't see the most recent tweet? Come on, man. Fix that.
That's messed up.
Yeah, I can only see tweets up to 2023, bro. November 9th. I gotta go log into my other account and be like, let me look on the other Twitter. Anyways, yeah, that's.
I don't know, like what they're gonna do with Risk of Rain Return because they still update that apparently. But
it feels like it should be like done, right? Like when they want it to be done, it can be done. But. Wow, I know, I'm still kind of shocked. I was like, I didn't know Valve was still picking up folks, I just played. Apparently, you know how we were joking about wall running being in Deadlock?
Yeah, they added that. They added that. Like,
I mean,
a few days after that.
Yeah.
I told you this game is the apex of MOBA.
This junk is changing I was listening to another podcast, and they were like, yo, man, look, I love the game, or I'm having fun with it, or I hate it, whatever, but these mofos, every 2 days, 3 days, they putting out a patch.
No, when we played, it was already in the game, wall jumping. I was trying to wall jump.
Oh, my goodness. But, I mean, hey, it's exciting. I got another friend into it. I was like, hey, I know you like MOBAs. Come check this out. And once they got like the actual feel of it a little bit, they were like, yo, man, we need to push this lane. We need to go here. We need to do this. And they're like, yeah, man, I just need to find some items and like figure out my hero, and figure this stuff out, man. I'm excited to come back. I'm going to watch some streams of other people playing. I'm like, and I found myself watching streams of other people playing. So that's how you know it's good.
For me, who never played MOBA, it's still confusing to me. When we played, I still had fun killing people. I don't know.
It has its.
I was playing with a stack with my friend, and it was really fun.
Oh yeah, like when the stuff converges and everyone. We had one of these moments today, and everybody was in the fight in this one lane, and ults were popping off, and chaos was happening, and it was just like I was like, this is freaking awesome, because like you're not guaranteed to die during that. You're not guaranteed to get a kill or anything like that. You still have a fighting chance. And it, like you said, there's no ultimate that just like you get hit by it, you die. That's not the case. So that was cool. We won that fight, and I kid you not, I didn't know this was a thing in the game. You can pause the game, bro.
You can pause the game and just like
like
take everybody hostage.
Everybody, they gotta take that out.
Like Dota does that too. Dota have that.
Take that crap out, man. We had to go through two pauses on the other team. The other team paused twice. I'm like, what? Man, back to back too. It's like a whole minute.
But I feel
almost.
Like if it's like competitive, if there's gonna be content, of course there's gonna be competitive. I feel like they're gonna take that on the competitive game mode, obviously. Or people just gonna abuse this shit.
That pause was crazy. Everyone in the chat just goes, "What? You can pause the game?
Yeah,
what?
It's only like 30 seconds, right? It's only like 30 seconds, right?
It's like 20 seconds or something. Yeah, 20, 30 seconds. Yeah. And so they were like two back to back, and we're like, man, is this their way of raging at us? Like we won that fight because we came back from the brink of destruction and then pushed that lane, destroyed them, and we're about to go back up some more. It was fun though. It was fun. So, anyways, that's the quickest show we have almost ever done. 32 minutes flat.
Yeah.
But it was good.
Me just complaining about Risk of Rain.
Complaining about Risk of Rain. I mean, there's nothing good to say.
I'm like, closing in. I hope like Gearbox somehow fix this because I still love the game. It's still like one of my favorite game in the 2020, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah, in the 2020s, it's like one of my all-time favorite games.
It was almost like a pandemic game too.
Yeah, it is. This is the pandemic game.
Or maybe it was.
I just like spent like a day while having YouTube out playing this game. This game is just like one of those background games too. You can just like watch movie.
You can zone out.
Yeah.
That's what I said. It's one of those games where you just.
This is why like I want like indie developer to like steal around this game. Like I don't know if there's any game that feel like this or like any game that just play like this in the in indie. I'm still trying to find it. Like probably like Gunfire Reborn. That's one. But I don't know.
That makes yeah.
I need someone to steal this idea, please.
You need someone to steal
another Risk of Rain. I need another Risk of Rain.
I need another Risk of Rain.
It's just so addicting.
Oh man, well, thanks everyone for joining us today on this episode. Like I said, Alex will be back next week for episode 196. We're getting really close to 200 episodes, which is and kind of insane. But I got to say thanks once again to the DJing kid who has a job, so I guess he's not DJing anymore. I got to come up with a new nickname.
I'm just an adult.
He's just an adult.
Yeah.
it's like good stuff happened and you just became an adult. Normal.
Oh, you know what has been happening? I am looking forward for the Call of Duty Black Ops 6 open beta. It's my first time in forever. I'm excited to play a Call of Duty game.
Everyone's been talking about that. Everyone's been buzzing on it.
Because of the Omni movement, and then apparently you can take people hostage, like as a human shield, and then you can talk to the human shield. It's so funny.
Oh, that's gonna be some dirtiness right there. That's some dirty. That's some dirt.
I'll tell you right now. You can just look up the some of the clip. It's so funny. I've been watching all of this.
People are gonna be whispering. They ain't even gonna be whispering in your ear. They're gonna be yelling like you.
Yeah, that's a lot.
Hey,
That's a lot. That's a lot. I'll tell you, that's a lot. Yeah, I'm excited for that. It's probably this week and Thursday till Friday, I think,
Oh,
or
okay.
like this weekend. Yeah,
Well, I haven't played a Call of Duty in forever, so maybe maybe I'll hop in for a little bit. But yeah, where can people find you on the socials?
they can be people can find me at just ehe, and I stopped tweeting about VTuber. I just
You broke
constantly
up?
tweet about Kagurabachi now.
Oh, okay. I was just like, you done
Uh,
with the VTubers? They
how
have
far? How far
wait.
are you in Kagurabachi?
I'm still trying to finish the first volume, man. You know how
Damn.
low I'll be reading
Yeah.
slow, man. I'll be reading slow.
All right.
There,
Yeah.
I did go to the store and I actually saw it in the store, so I know there's the third volume is
I think they
coming
just
out.
reprinted. Yeah, I think they just reprint the first one and the second one.
Yeah, because there's only 2 volumes right now. I
Yeah.
think in Jump I think this issue, this Monday, or yeah, this week they celebrated the first year anniversary of Kago
Yep.
Dabachi. So that's always a good sign. Usually, if something's going to be short, quote quote, if it's going to end or something like that, it's usually
Yeah.
like 3 to 4 volumes. That's all they
I'm
print of it.
sad that they won't be at Jump Fest. One Piece is gonna be at the Red Stage. I don't know what that means. Apparently, like Red Stage is like the new announcement, I guess.
I haven't been. I haven't. You know what?
Jump Fest, yeah.
Am I going to go to Jump? I'm supposed
Nah,
to go home this
I don't
year.
know.
I'm supposed to go home this year.
It's like
again.
2025, right? It's not gonna
Holy
be.
crap! Yeah, it does say 2025. Why is Jump Fest 2020? What happened to 2024?
I think like they just moved it to January. I think I'm not sure, but
Jump
they
Fest
announced like the lineup like last week. I think there's no Garabachi though. Said
2024 is like in hell. It doesn't exist. Oh wait. Hold up. Let me look at this. Okay, 2024 Jump Fest site. Event. Okay. Okay. Was it actually in? Oh, maybe. Yeah. What?
I
That's
think they
so
just
crazy.
moved like 2024 to January. I think.
What on actual Earth? It's so yeah. It was in the end of the year, in the end of December or something like that, and then January a little bit or something.
Yep. And
I
then
don't
we
know.
got TGS coming up this month, I think, or like October.
TGS at the end of this month. So Alex and I will
Yep.
be there. We'll be doing our normal coverage for kind of for
Exciting.
work. There's a lot of stuff happening. We got Kojima came out on his Twitter and / on their feed. They're going to be there. Him along with the Death Stranding 2 actors or voice actors. I guess they're actors and voice actors really. And they'll be on a stage for Sony. They'll be on Sony's stage, which he typically normally is. Xbox is going to be there this year.
Yep.
So they'll be saying something about Japan.
Ryuga Gotoku, or like a dragon.
Yo, bro, I walk by that stage every time I walk by it. That's when they have the models out. I've never not walked by when the models aren't out. I always have that good timing.
They have a new title announcement around that month, that day, I think.
Oh, we do have the
live stream.
The live stream, and then we have the was it Yakuza Wars or Like a Dragon Wars? Maybe that's part of their announcement. So that'll be there. I don't know if Square. I mean, all those companies will be there. Monster Hunter obviously is going to be there with the.
Oh, you're gonna play Monster Hunter Wild before me, though.
I hope I can play. Part of me, you know what? It's kind of. I don't know how anyone feels about this, but sometimes I'm like hyped that content creators get it. Like now they get like this exclusive look at this and they share it with the communities. But other times I'm just like, man, I kind of just want to be. Like I kind of miss being surprised.
Yeah.
Like I kind of miss like going like, oh, thanks for giving me 3 trailers this year, and I'm really excited. But now you have your 3 trailers plus X amount of live streams from the devs, and then you have all of the social media news, and like at one point sometimes like they do a great job of keeping the really good fun stuff behind closed doors. You don't see it, but sometimes you get that. The closer it gets, those content creators, they get a peek, and if you don't watch out, they'll reveal it.
That being said, I still want to play the game early.
Hey,
please leave us a demo, please.
Just I hope they do release a demo. I hope they release a demo because I mean I think they have the functionality to do it. Obviously, it's just going to be on PSN or whatever. Let's face it, the game ain't on Xbox right now, is it? They're showing it off on PlayStation, but
Wilds was on Xbox.
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
Rise, I think.
Yeah. I'm just saying that demo might not be though. The demo, just the demo. The game itself obviously is, but man, yeah, Jump Fest of 2025. They said, don't worry, you don't have to come this year. Come in 2025. Still in July. No, sorry, not July. December. Still in December.
Yep.
Anyways, you can find me at NinjaTrixta on Twitter and on Twitch. Currently streaming more Elden Ring DLC. I finally found a freaking secret passage, so I'm moving through there, which is great. And then I am also probably going to start Life is Strange, True Colors. Hoping to, maybe.
Which one is that? Is that 3?
That's 3. Yeah, 3.
Okay,
I
know it's not the newest one. The newest one, they have the original girl.
Original character. Yeah. I think that's this year. I think that is this year too.
Yeah.
I think that's this year, and some other game got pushed back.
When it got revealed, I thought like, oh, this game looks like Life is Strange, and then like it is Life is Strange.
Oh man. Well, everyone, thanks again for joining us for this episode of the Unknown Games Podcast. We'll catch you next week for 196. Also, look forward to another stream on Saturday. We're going to be starting up a new podcast. I don't know if it's going to be a part of the Unknown Games Podcast specifically, but it'll be done with a close friend who is on the show, who's been on the show as well, a game developer, and we'll see how that goes. But until next time, have a good one. Stay safe, and remember, maybe don't buy Risk of Rain 2. Not the best game.
By Kagurabachi. Yeah.
The same. Peace.